what's going on? Got the Snoopy rod. Had this tiny little hook on a little hand line I had, and had a bag of weights I left behind in the car. So I found a little bit of something I can scavenge. Here's these little bag of munchies, which are a mixed thing. They have Cheetos in them, and well, Cheetos are orange. Cheetos are a vibrant color in this clear water. And it appears that there's already decent sized carp from what I can see in here. So I am using the Cheetos as like a little attractant color. And this hook fits right through nicely. And this pond's nice. It's probably 100 feet across or more. This rod don't cast with a bam, but oh, that's 20 feet or more. So I'm hoping is that the bluegills or the carp or something see this floating in the water and attack it. The seals are gonna float. After about 3 minutes, though, they disintegrate, so it's pointless after that. But if I can put in the right spot, maybe I can. Oh, there we go. Looks like something might pull down a little bit. What? Hold on. Not me. Only the weight's just taking it down anymore. That's up. So I've got the Cheeto about 7 inches off the water. 7 inches under the surface, roughly. So about 7 inches up off the bed in the shallows. I had it earlier where it was actually floating on the surface. But when I stepped up here, I chased off a bunch of carp. In fact, there's a couple moving right over here to my right. So definitely set the drag in case anyone does take. But I'm behind somebody's house right now, but I shouldn't be on a property line. So that's all I'm really hoping for is that I'm not on a property. I hate trespassing. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Line was taking off. We got the Cheeto. Damn it. I looked back and the line just took off real quick, so it was probably a bluegill that hit it. I definitely know a couple of things I did see were bluegill, but there are geese to my right, and thankfully they're staying away. I don't like feeding wild birds. Get too attached, and then people can get hurt. And it's like that. There's actually a big old splash right here. I'm gonna cast out here. You might have saw it splash. Splash is telling me something isn't feeding. I bet there's bass in here. I bet there's probably a good couple pound little bass in here. So just go check the Cheeto and back up. I hate Snoopy rods. I'm pretty sure that's my Cheeto floating on the surface right now. It is. Cheeto broke off. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, that might be the piece of Cheeto that was on there. Maybe when they hit it, they didn't like it. So let's put it up there. And we're just gonna hold it and wait. Hopefully we catch something. I haven't caught a fish this year yet. I haven't had the right gear for it either. Every time I do go fishing, it's either shit conditions or just don't have the right gear. That was definitely a fish though. The line went tight and this is all coiled up being on a Snoopy rod, so hopefully we can get that action again. And I do not count the fish that was in that bag that I snagged as a catch either, guys. So that was a freak accident. But judging by that take, it could have been a carp. Oh, there we go. Line kind of dropped a little tight. The line's not growing, but it's sinking in the water. So we're seeing anything in this moment. I have methane bubbles popping up in front of me here, which is pretty entertaining to watch. Now see, if I had night crawlers, this wouldn't be a problem. I'd already caught that. It's still on there. I'll be damned. I figured it would come up by now, but the carp were kind of against the bank that I noticed that I ran them off, so I'm gonna focus this real quick. Put one about 8 feet off the bank here. See if anything hits up in there. Oh, not gonna hit it there when my Cheeto hits the water. I just like it to be, noted. I have never fished with Cheetos before, so this is a learning experience for me too. Someone on YouTube just uploaded something. So yeah, when I sat down here, there was probably 15, 20 fish that took off from the bank from about this section to that point. So there's definitely fish in here, which is pretty cool. Which I figured there was. I've heard about this spot before. My cousin used to talk about coming down here and just watching the fish take off, and people fishing down here all the time. So let's put the rod down. That seemed to work. No vibration on line, makes it bite easier, I guess. But I was really hoping to catch something. I haven't had anything this year, and I've tried 3 times this year and nothing. So hopefully we can get at least one. Even if it's a small guy, I'll be happy. But if this was like an actual a lake pond or something, it wasn't in a place like this. I'd walk around, flip stones, kind of get a better view, find me some real bait. Because a bit of night crawler would look great, but I'm not digging because I'm worried that right now what I could be on is somebody's property. So I'm trying to be respectful and not mess anything up. I'm just kind of like just stand here. And there are signs, but it just says no swimming or walking on ice. So I guess maybe they've had people out here. Obviously, they've had kids out here being stupid and wanting to swim in the water or, walk on the ice in the wintertime. So it's definitely a bad idea. But if I squat down long enough, I should be able to bring the fish back if they can see me, because it is extremely clear water. It's crystal clear. But I wanted to really go over there. But at that point, I can see a trail that they've made from this house. So I'm going to respect that and not cross that. And I don't want to pass anybody's territory. I'm sinking into dirt and mud right now, but someone's even dumped their kitty litter out here nicely like that. And right here in the tree, we got, I'm going to take this with me. It's trash. Probably like 40-pound line just wedged up in the tree here. So people have definitely been down here fishing. It looks like they've unspooled their gear, or they've been hand lining, or even potentially trout lining, or just leaving them out here in the water. We had one confirmed hit. Probably just a hungry bluegill at that point. But I'd really like to walk over there, but I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to cross their property. And if I had a night crawler, there'd be no contest. I'd have caught them. But I'm not even seeing anything that I could, respectfully flip and get away with. I don't want to start trying to chum the water up because of the geese over here, because they'll just swarm if they've been fed in the past. And yeah, it's a nice area. I've never been down here. My aunt used to live here. My cousins used to live here, and I have an ex that lived over on this side. Still does, apparently. I don't really talk to her much anymore, but I don't know. I've never been here. I've heard about it. I've seen it, and I'd love to live in one of these houses. But if you look, they're definitely the better trailers around here. Good quality, nice, double wide, big. They're pretty too. I like trailers. I'd actually like to live in a trailer. People are like, oh, it's trashy, but it's really not. It's convenient. It's easy. It's small, but hey, so are most of your flat houses anyway. So there's a stick on here bugging me. So pretty much, if something doesn't bite within like 5 minutes, I'm gonna leave it. So let's find out if anything's on. Nope, nothing. That one off the muck. And Cheetos on. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna add on another weight and take it deeper, because the fish are also by the shallows. They took off, so. Kind of makes me wonder if there's anything out deeper in the water. I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not. So just one of these little freaking half-ounce, these, I don't know, gram weights. They're gremlins, so. The problem with these weights is they're such a weird weight that if your line is light enough, it won't connect. Like, it just won't, not connect. It won't want to grab on your line, and it'll just fall off. It'll just slide up and down like a flip flop. So pretzel up. There's something to make some room in the bag. So these munchy things, 9 times out of 10 what happens is the Cheetos end up at the bottom of the bag. So kind of what I'm aiming for is the bottom of the bag. Usually, whenever well, that did not work whatsoever. Cheeto on them. See what I mean? The weight slid down due to the pressure. That's longer. These Snoopy rods, man, they snag up easily. We're gonna put it up in just a little bit further. That's actually why I had that bite window up. So I might just freeze for it, let them run with it. If it is a carp, it's gonna take them in to eat it. And speaking of eat it, I'm gonna eat a couple of these already. This is a lot nicer than I thought it would be, actually. Anytime I've ever drove by, it goes to a cul-de-sac right over here to the left. Then you got one of the main roads to the right. Anytime I've ever drove through that section up there, which is where my aunt used to live, I'd always see a glimpse of this pond, and this section was all I ever saw, so I thought it was very small. In fact, it's extremely large. Oh. Okay. Something to say the pretzel. Something literally just came up and ate the pretzel. Let's see if we can chum the water. Looks like there might be something on. Whatever that was big. It took the whole pretzel underwater. The pretzel's gone now. Pretzels don't fly very far at all. Maybe that is key. Maybe the surface is the key. See, the thing is, whenever you're trying to bait the water, you're trying to keep an eye on things. If you have any sort of area where the tree line reflects to the water from the side you're standing at, like for me, it's a couple feet in front of me. You want to throw your bait and your chum right there in that area if you have a floating bait, because once it hits this area where it's reflection of just the sky, you can't see it anymore. There's a little bluegill. Oh, there we go. That was a bite. Problem is, if it's been down there a minute, so if that's wet, soggy, it just came off. Line's moving now. There we go. Oh, I had it too. Cheeto is gone. Dadgummit, guys, we had one for a second. Now they confirmed. Watch it slide. Let's go with a ball. A big old orange ball floating out here. I think I'll go for that quicker. But my thing is, I don't know what it is or how big it is, but whatever it was that took the pretzel, which has apparently taken the other freaking pretzel, big splash right there. Whatever it is, it's right there, the pretzel is. It's sizable enough that, it just came up and it took that whole piece, the whole pretzel down. Either it took it down and it just ate it underwater, or it, we're actually going to run the weight up a little more since they're hitting surface over here. From what I can see, there's another inch or two. It was definitely substantiable enough that it ate that. It took it on, at least took it underwater. So I have my drag set kind of loose, because if it is a carp, I want to fight it. Never caught a carp on a Snoopy rod, so. Another tip, if it's a little windy, set your line flat with the water, set your rod on the bank, don't hold it, or put your tip in the water. What it'll do is it'll cause the wind, break the friction from your wind and the line, and from the line and the wind, and it'll stop the drift for the most part. But I gotta keep moving because I'm sinking into muck. So that might be something. The line's hopping. It's going underwater. So sometimes water breaks the surface if it's windy. A lot of times your twisted line will just kind of sit on the surface. But if there's a bit of wind, it'll break the surface after a while. So all the line will eventually end up underwater. So That's 2 bites already, and that's more than I've had at the freaking river and the pond behind work. So we're just gonna freeze for it in case something wants to actually take off with it. But the fact that they're quick little hits and they quick takeoff makes you think they're gills. Up there. And the geese are staying away, which shows me that they don't get fed around here, which is awesome. I might actually go and drag that up more so it floats higher on the surface, the higher water column at the very top. Because I don't know, that fish eating off the top kind of has me a little giddy. But whatever it was didn't slam it; it just kind of grabbed it and sucked it on it. And it's kind of taking it with it. So more than likely it's a carp. Because bluegill, they tend to hit if the water still is cold, but I don't know. And with having a pond behind work, I tend to keep night crawlers with me in the car. Didn't have today. Well, there is a rock over here. I feel like I can feel comfortable moving. Just move that real quick. Places I move and take off. And guys, just like that, we have 3 small worms from that one rock with the leaf debris warming up underneath there. So trying to get the junk off the line. So now that we have a worm, this should be much easier. This should be a guaranteed fish here in like the next 5 minutes. Looks like something followed it in. Something just took off from me. Right in front of me here. Another quick tip, gunk on your weights will impede a hook set, so don't let that be on. What? Since whatever it is such potentially small, I'm not gonna put the ball in a bait. I'm gonna leave the worm just kind of dangling. So, bam! That's the farthest cast so far with bait on it. Just go ahead and set that bait. And this should be fairly instantaneous, honestly. And the fact that I've had 2 decent hits on Cheetos, a little worm on the bottom should just be a freaking delight for these guys. So. Potential movement already. Efficiency setting, but there is some muck, so it'd be cool if I had an extra hook because I put the Cheeto at the top and the worm in the middle of the weight and the hook. Eddie! You fucking idiot. I'm not answering your fucking call. Screw you. No, you're right there. You're looking at me. I'm not answering the call. Well, that's what's going on. We're going to make this worth it. And we're going to throw on all three of the little worms at one time. And just watch what happens. Damn, we got some real action going on right out here, guys. Looks like it might be carp spawning, actually. I'm not answering his call. He knows where the hell I'm at. I'm gonna cast over there because there's a lot of movement going on. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what that is. I'll tell you what it is. It looks like they might be going after a pretzel. They are. There's a pretzel right there. That's what they're hitting at. So, yeah. We're throwing this tiny little shank of worm here with the rest of the two. Tell me that don't look appetizing. So now this motherfucker's up here honking his horn and calling me multiple times and probably fucking up my audio on my video. So now he's ready to go finally. And by the way, yeah, rod fucked up. I casted off those 3 worms, so this is a waste of time. So I'll definitely be coming back here again at some point. Tape the water, try again. And yeah, whenever you have leaf litter that looks like this, it's prime worm territory. Traditional sand.